it is Gib here. I got early creator server access to Miyabi, and we're gonna be testing out literally every team possible that I could think of. I wrote down like literally like 10 teams here. Also, I made a teams video previously, and I've got your guys' teams video from that, or teams that you wanted me to showcase as well. And we're also going to be showcasing Miyabi in the newest deadly whatever mode, the one where you can fight the bosses. It's like Apocalyptic Shadow. Well, so you probably played HSR, you know, Apocalyptic Shadow, you know, fight all the bosses and stuff like that. That's what they're doing in Zenless as well, and we're going to be trying Miyabi there. Miyabi is very simple. She seems very complex, similar to Acheron, you know. There's Acheron and then there's Miyabi. Both of them are Virgil's daughters, you know. That's crazy. Virgil, you just be spawning people in nowadays. I don't know. Also, did you guys like the intro? I worked very hard at that. Earliest creator server access. Holy. Anyways, Miyabi. So her core is her most important thing. It's why she is so busted. Besides the fact that her basic attack literally has a 4.2k scaling, pretty much 4.3k scaling on her charge level 3 slash, which is pretty much the only slash you are going to be doing. If you don't know how crazy that is, someone like Soldier 11 here has a 4,206 ult, but this is because Soldier 11 is the GOAT. If we see someone like Ellen Joseph, who is our previous, you know, best ice DPS, her ultimate is only 3,781. I had to stick a little bit of Soldier 11 agenda in there. Anyways, back to Miyabi. So Miyabi's core is that she can do frost damage. You know, she is frost. Her core here, she does frost damage, and this pretty much makes it so that she can do a bunch of extra frost build up, and it scales off of her crit rate, and it only goes up to 80%. So she gets 80% free frost anomaly buildup, which is insane. Now she can also, because frost, I was just talking about before how it's the same for teams, but it's not the same for build up and application. So once you actually put frost on a enemy, it's actually different from ice, and ice can be disordered with the frost. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, you can disorder the ice with the frost. Yep, crazy, I know. And this allows you to do frost bites. Once you do frost bites, okay, you can do frost burn. I know, insane. There's a lot of frost going on here. There's a lot of frost going on here. And this scales off of her attack. It's like her own scaling, own anomaly disorder thing that she does, which is crazy, you know? And once she does this, all of her squad members get extra anomaly buildup against people that just left the frost burn state. Yep, that's insane, you know? And after she does this, she gets a point of fallen frost, which is her passive, that allows her to do this big ice nuke. I know, insane. Whew. Also, you always want Miyabi's additional ability activated, which is what you get from having the correct teammates on the team. And this is activated from having either a support character or someone that shares the same faction, and she is a part of the Section 6, which is, you know, Yanagi, Miyabi, Soukaku, Harumasa. They all are part of the same faction. And what this does is makes her big nuke that already scales at 4.3 thousand, as we previously seen, do 60% more damage. And if she triggers a disorder, she gets 2 points of Fallen Frost, which lets her do the big nuke, and it will ignore 30% of the enemy's ice resistance. Now, how insane is that? Anyways, let's get into some gameplay here. All right, so a little side note. Also, before getting into the showcases here, I will be streaming a ton when Miyabi comes out. Twitch.tv/Gib if you want to pull through, you know, doing answers, questions, all that stuff, building her on my account and all of that. So if you want to come through, you know, Twitch.tv/Gib. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with some Deadly Assault showcases, the new mode. If you don't know how this mode works, if you did not watch the live stream or anything, you get points in this mode for doing various tasks. Like on the bottom right here, it says doing a perfect dodge gives me performance points. Then there's also buffs and debuffs that you get in this mode as well. And to get 3 stars on the boss, you need 20,000 points. So pretty much if you're getting around 20,000 points, you probably have a decent team. So that is just, you know, something to look out for. Alright, so for the first showcase here, I'm doing a Miyabi Yanagi Disorder team. This is going to be one of Miyabi's strongest teams here. I had people asking me questions on this. She also is on her signature weapon. Yanagi is on the Weeping Gemini, and Soukaku's on, I think, her signature weapon as well. And yeah, I messed up twice in this run, but I'll discuss that later. So very clean finisher shot on the Yanagi there, ending with almost 37k points. So my two mess ups were near the end when I ulted instead of doing my level 3 basic attack on Miyabi. I could have gotten some extra damage in there. I did that twice near the end if you caught that. If not, you could go check real quick. But besides that, the run was pretty solid. Just want to showcase these runs, you know, I'm not going for, you know, absolute perfection and everything. Also, I don't think I'm like the best Yanagi player, as I personally don't play her, but hopefully I showed you a general idea of how this team works. Next, we have a Shiyu version of this team, and this team absolutely dominated Holy. Also, just for transparency, this floor is ice weakness. All right, and lastly here, let's get a showcase showing Miyabi without her signature weapon. If you're wondering why she still has the effect, your characters keep their weapon effects even if they don't have their weapon equipped because you own the weapon. All right, let's get into it. Now, this honestly wasn't even a bad run. It surprised me that I was able to clear the first wave still, even without having Miyabi's signature weapon, but hey, she's just kind of the GOAT like that. All right, next up we have the Mono Ice Miyabi. We're going from a signature on the boss to signature Shiyu to no signature. Also, I messed up a little bit at the end. I don't know what it is with my mouse. I wasn't even trying to use my thing, and I did 2 level 2s by accident when they should have been level 3s because I was waiting for the Frostburn to stack up, but is what it is. I just want to showcase you guys how these teams perform. All right, just as a reminder, going into Shiyu, one with Sig and one without Sig. Also, keep in mind on this no Sig run, this Shiyu buff is almost giving you the stats that the signature weapon gives. So after the Shiyu is gone, Miyabi no Sig is going to definitely feel way different. Just letting y'all know. All right, now going on to lighter with Miyabi. I'm gonna be honest, versus this Deadly Assault, I wasn't really feeling it with the lighter and Miyabi team. I know there's a little bit of misplays here and there, but I wasn't really feeling it. I don't know. The score obviously wasn't bad, you know. We got 34K, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. Also, so this video is not literally like 10 hours long. I think this is gonna be my last Deadly Assault showcase, and the rest of them I'm gonna stick to Shiyu for the other teams that I have planned, because I still have like 6 more teams that I want to show off. Holy, now the Miyabi Caledon was definitely going crazy in this run for Shiyu. Obviously, I already knew Lighter was going to be good. It just Deadly Assaulted didn't feel as good. I don't know, just to play it. Obviously, it had a good score. But in Shiyu, dominating. Okay, so I had someone ask me to try harumasa with soukaku and Miyabi, and realistically, I feel like this is the same as just adding like Arlen onto like a C6 Robin or something, but like it seemed to perform not as bad as I thought it would, honestly. Now, Miyabi and Harumasa are both on their signatures, but a 114 for this team when I don't even know if I was rotating right is not bad, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, so this is the no sig version of the clear. I don't recommend this team, I don't know, it feels kind of off. Also, it feels like the only reason this team can work is because of the Shiyu buff. Also, realistically, why would you ever be playing Harumasa with the soukaku and Miyabi? We could just put like any other third character in there. I think it'd be better off if you had like a Lucy in there, to be honest, and just have your Harumasa in the second half. I don't know, that's just me. You guys can discuss on this run what you think about it. I don't know. Maybe my rotation, if I change something, I clear in like 2 seconds. I have no idea. All right, I got a little curious on double electric with Miyabi and Harumasa. So it's Yanagi has signature in this, Miyabi has no sig, Haru has no sig. And I wanted to see how this run did, and surprisingly not as bad as I thought, but once again, I still wouldn't recommend playing Harumasa on this team, because why not just play him by himself on the second half, or just with different characters? All right, next up we have two Miyabi Jane Do showcases. Once again, don't recommend this team. Just play Jane by herself. If you really want to play Jane with her, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Jane is using her signature weapon in this, so, you know, expect a difference if you're not using her signature. The first one I'm going to show is going to be Miyabi with her signature, and the second one's without her signature. If you've been watching the whole video, you could probably tell which clear has signature without because of how fast it clears the first wave. But yeah, first was with sig, without sig. I'll have it in the bottom left, just, you know, all that, yeah. All right, next up, we're running the Daughters of Calydon Miyabi team here with Piper and Lucy. First run is going to be with Sig, second without the Sig. Also, this team actually feels pretty nice. Probably some, you know, small stuff you can do to fix the rotation here, but pretty solid team overall. All right, so we have Miyabi and Burnice here. Now, this team's pretty nice, honestly. Only thing is, I'm going to show Yanagi as well. I feel like in a lot of scenarios, if you have Yanagi and Burnice and Miyabi, you have like too many people that also want to use their EX skills and be kind of half off field and want to do disorders. And there's like a little too much going on with all the actives. I feel like Burnice and Musi is kind of like a sweet spot. Yeah, so here is the Burnice and Yanagi and Miyabi team. There's just so much going on in this team. It's crazy. I have 2 different runs with the exact same clear time, but watching them, it wouldn't look like they clear at the same time. Okay, guys, I think this is gonna be the last one I showed. I'm sorry for the Grace fans, okay? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best Grace player. I don't want to show some garbage. I think Grace is probably my worst character to play with, and I think it's just gonna look bad. Also, realistically, I think Grace has better teams. You should probably just play like Yanagi with Grace, realistically. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be streaming, once again, twitch.tv/gib for a lot of the Zenless patch 1.4 when it comes out. And hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you gave you some insight. If I missed a T in my rotations, garbage, something, I don't know, comment it down below. And make sure to like and to subscribe. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Goodbye.